Now, Disney is rehashing its classic tale of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and this time the characters will come to life with a live-action remake. The original animated version was released back in 1937. 85 years have passed and a lot has changed since then. The world has now become much more woke. The original story will be difficult for a lot of people to stomach, so the remake comes with a bit of twist to make it more palatable for our present era. But it also comes with a lot of controversies. The latest one is one that has been created by the Disney princess herself. Rachel Zegler will be playing Snow White in the remake. Last year, she had expressed her distaste for the original film, and this year, those comments have come to bite her back. Netizens are angry. So what did Rachel Zegler actually say? Well, let's quote it for you. We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because we cast a guy in the movie. Now, all of Andrew Scenes, who is playing the Prince Charming in the film, could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. This is what she said. Now, here's another one. We absolutely wrote a Snow White who is not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's going to be dreaming about becoming the leader she knows that she can be, and that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. So how do you feel about these comments? Now, the remake is going to be more feminist. It will see Snow White in a completely different light. It will show her as a strong, independent woman who does not need a man or a prince to come and save her. The fairy tale that we grew up listening or watching isn't going to remain the same. It's been rewritten for a completely new and a woke generation. Now, this should have satisfied the netizens, but it didn't. Then why are they still angry with Rachel Zegler's comments, and why is it that her comments are troubling to them even now? Now, we live in a time of forever offended people. Netizens have called the actor's comments as pseudo-feminist. The argument is that falling in love and needing help doesn't make a woman weak. And if Zegler has so many problems with the original film, then why is she even playing the role of Snow White at all? Now, make of it what you want, but this is just one of the many controversies that the movie has now gotten into. Another one is with Rachel Zegler's casting itself as Snow White, and it erupted much before her disapproving comments. You see, Rachel Zegler is actually a Colombian, although of Polish descent. For some, she's not white enough to play the character of Snow White. The comments, of course, came from white men. So let's get it straight. Yes, Zegler is different from the original description, but let's not forget the description is from 1937. It's from a time when mostly everything was just whitewashed. You'd find all the heroes and heroines, prince and princesses, to be just white. So does that mean that we just continue with the tradition, or is it time to be more inclusive and to be culturally diverse? Back then, the story was weaved in a completely different setting, and now the societal norms have evolved. They've changed. The dwarfs might have been humorous and entertaining back then, but now they're offensive and stereotypical. The Game of Thrones star Peter Dinklage even slammed the movie for this. Later, it was revealed that dwarfs will not be making their appearance in the remake of a story that is based on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The characters are being played by 6 actors of different genders and ethnicities, and only one actor has the condition of dwarfism. You see, you may be a fan of the original Snow White movie. It might remind you of your childhood, but it doesn't fit with the narrative of the year 2023. It is outdated in a world that has now gone woke, and the story is being reworked to be taken forward. It'll survive the rite of passage. Does that mark an end to fairy tales as we know them? This, of course, is a big question, because a lot of the stories that have been written, a lot of the stories that we've grown up hearing, are all stories that are based on a cultural ethos that has now gone by. And as the world is changing, the question that is now being asked is this: is the time of fairy stories over? WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.